skills. And I know Anna can tell you much more about this in very practical terms with the work she's done. But we've seen this around the world, where the ability to communicate across cultures, to stick to deadlines, to even make a first sales pitch, so to speak, if you're on one of the online work platforms, in a clear way, can build a lot of trust in the buyer of your services. And so having those kinds of skills are critical. So infrastructure and skills would probably be the top two things that I would really focus on. And there are others as well. We can get to them.
Yeah, I think in addition to that, though, I mean, policies and regulations or just a recognition that the digital economy is growing can help the policymakers in various countries position their countries a bit better. So, I mean, only looking at infrastructure for the sake of expanding infrastructure or focusing broadly on skills without a focus on the skills that are needed in the digital economy don't bring those two things together in a very effective way. There are also effective, policy decisions that can be made. So, for example, Bangladesh recently now doesn't tax any kind of online work employment income that comes in. Pakistan also has declared tax-free any kind of IT exports for the country. So these are practical things that can be done. And also a huge thing is around payment systems, creating effective payment systems, making it easy for people to access money when they are getting paid. And these are things on the policy or regulatory or taxation front that governments can really step in and help to facilitate this economy to grow a little bit. So I do think that there's a role for the government to play in terms of positioning the country and understanding that the future of work is digital, and then positioning themselves in a way to really capitalize on that, and then making sure that the infrastructure and the skill base is in place for the country to really benefit.
Yeah, absolutely. And talking about skills, a question I have for you. I know you spend a lot of time in South Asia working with youth and organizing forum. If I'm concretely and tangibly, if I'm interested in starting a digital career and organizing forum, if I'm concretely and tangibly, if I'm interested in starting a digital career in South Asia, where do I get, training? Are there any learning opportunities online and especially quality learning opportunities? Where do I get started? How do I get started?
Yeah, so it's there's actually quite a bit that you can do for young people to do to take advantage of these opportunities. So I think first, I mean, we were speaking a little bit about online work opportunities. So there are currently a number of global companies that outsource work or create peer-to-peer opportunities to exchange services. And on that, it's just understanding where these websites are and how you get on, and then how you navigate and how you effectively pitch on these things. So some of the soft skills there are important. Some of those websites are things like Upwork, Upwork.com, Freelancer.com, Fiverr.com, and anyone can go in, anyone can open a profile, anyone can look around and sell or offer services and then get paid for those services. So there's an element of freelancing. Those websites are globally available, and like I said, anyone can join. I think that there are also a number of really interesting opportunities around online learning or e-learning platforms. So global platforms that are quite well known, Coursera.com, Udemy, which offers courses, virtual courses, paid and free, Sama School, which helps people in basic digital skills. And these are all areas that you can go and explore and find courses, pay for them, not pay for them, and so there's quite a bit available. And now I think that an interesting trend we're seeing is also a number of domestic sites in South Asia that are coming up that are creating content that's locally relevant for the local population. So I can think of one school of skills in Pakistan that's emerging, that's trying to connect in a way that offers courses in local languages and with locally relevant content. And then there's a third area for those who are entrepreneurs, so tech entrepreneurs or digital entrepreneurs who are thinking about starting a business around this. I mean, a great idea is a good thing, and entry into tech entrepreneurship has relatively low barriers to entry. You don't need to buy a lot of assets. You don't need to buy a building or open an office until your company's up and running, but it does require a wide set of skills in terms of thinking about business development, where your markets are, and how you develop this startup. And on that, again, there are a lot of free resources online. The lean startup methodology is well known. I mean, it's very easy to find that methodology online and then try to find it. And then for specific skills that are in demand, like how do I develop a business plan or a marketing scheme or something, there are these on-demand courses available through the e-learning platforms.
Yeah, that's good. And for our users online, Anna will be kind enough and provide
Sure. Yeah.
all these resources in the comment section.
Sure.
And I'll also send a link to her blog, because that's a lot of resources, covering the whole span of a career, from learning self skills and also developing a business plan. So that's great.
And maybe just to add on to that, one of the things that just being online actually, especially with a lot of these online work platforms, what it helps a person who is interested, a young person out there who is interested in finding out what they should know and how they could learn that. So Anna's given these fantastic resources. I think the only thing I could add to that is to say that these platforms, just get on them and find out what people are looking for. This is a global market. It's very clear when you start searching for what jobs are posted, that you very quickly get a sense of what the demand is for. And so, of course, a lot of these jobs are, say, hardcore technology jobs, but then there's also a lot of jobs to do with sales and marketing, with administration. So it's really important to stress the fact that it doesn't matter what you've studied. You can learn skills which are going to be able to get you a good job and find work online, at least something that helps build your resume up, your experience, maybe global connections. So there's very low entry barriers. It's easy to get in, and it's easy to find out a lot of information as well. So that's definitely something that there's no regret in doing that.
And investing, I think, a little bit in the soft skills side. So we've been providing support to the government in Pakistan, in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and we've helped them. The government there has set up a program to help link youth to the online work opportunities. And a lot of it is about identifying which technical skills or non-technical skills, it could even be content writing that you have, but really focusing on how you pitch, how you participate in this global marketplace, how you write cover letters. I think this has probably been one of the most valuable things in terms of the investments from the youth employment program that we've been working on that helps people really access and be successful on those online marketplaces.
So pretty much becoming a digital entrepreneur from start to finish.
Just on your own, yes, get started. Yes.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there's the more traditional jobs that you can go and work at one of the larger IT companies, and that maybe follows a bit more traditional route where you go to university, you study something that gets your pathway to those jobs as well. And I think it's less of an issue that I've seen in South Asia, but if you go to some of the other regions of the world, you do see a little bit of what I could call a herd mentality, where a lot of young people tend to follow what their friends do. So you tend to have a lot of people wanting to become lawyers or MBAs just because their friends are doing it. And I think it's important also to think about the fact that these are oftentimes high wage paying jobs. They have great global potential. And as Anna very correctly said, the jobs of the future are digital. And so at least having these skills and thinking about alternative career pathways that build on your creativity or your mathematical skills or your good analytical skills, and complementing that with technology skills could be a great way to get into the IT industry, the digital industries, but also to prepare yourself for the jobs of the future in any case.
Good. Well, that's probably a conversation we'll have on another Facebook Live, but I think we're going to wrap it here. I would like to thank you very much, Sid and Anna, for giving us an insight on digital jobs in South Asia, and tell us what great opportunities for learning are available online. So this is just the beginning of the discussion. We will be posting lots of resources on our Facebook page, World Bank South Asia. There's also links to Sid and Anna's blog. They're very prolific writers, and they talk a lot about the digital economy in South Asia, so feel free to read that. But thanks again for watching us, and we'll see you very soon on this channel, World Bank South Asia. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you.